Can't afford to lose these games with all the back-to-backs coming up. Losing to the Habs is downright embarrassing. I mean, embarrassing for who, though? It is embarrassing, but embarrassing for who? Us as fans? No. No, it's not. You know what I mean? It's embarrassing for the players on the ice. So our job as fans is to help pick them back up. All right? Help make them feel good again so we can get right back to winning and put this behind us. That's the job of fans. Okay? Not to feel embarrassed like we did something wrong. Okay? We didn't do anything wrong. We watched the game. All right? So now it's our turn to just jump in there and do what we do best, which is be loud as F, making all the Habs fans upset because they're going to miss the playoffs. You know what I mean? After going to the Stanley Cup Finals, Mikey T knows what it's all about. Now they're going to have to miss the playoffs. It sucks to be Montreal. So let's get with the positives first, since you all wanted to go negative. All right? You all wanted to go negative in the comments first. That's what the suggestions were. We're going to go positive. Because suck it, internet. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. But I am feisty, okay? Because I did say it before. The Habs can win every game from here on out between us and them. I don't care. If it means them missing the playoffs and us being in still, I'm down for it. Now, if it ends up costing us a playoff spot in the end, and you never know, the Atlantic is so crazy right now that all the teams that are in the playoffs are so close together in points. But the teams just out of the playoffs are actually quite far behind. So before we get all negative and start thinking that it's meltdown time, all right, remember that final wild card spot is still miles ahead of the next previous team. So it's a situation where the playoff teams right now, they may interchange from night to night, okay? But it's really not that bad because they're all clearly in at this point. We all know. I've seen the 18-wheeler go off the cliff, as they say, for the Leafs, right? I've seen that happen. Clear playoff spot, and then the last 20 games left, just woo! I think they won 2 out of the last 20 or something like that. I've seen it. So, you know, we have to acknowledge the past. That's fine, all right? But the reality is, right now, there's still a huge gap. So there's no reason to freak out yet. There's no reason to freak out yet, right? And we're halfway there with that deal, too. The Leafs can lose every game to the Habs from here on out, as long as the Habs aren't in the playoffs. And boom, it's official. So it's official. You're out. You're out, Habs. So sucks to be your fans right now, all right? I've been there for 10 years in a row. I know what it's like, so it sucks. We wish our Habs friends well, but also really not well at all, and I hope your team collapses and moves to Arkansas. So, to you guys. Yeah, miss the playoffs and get Shane right. I don't even need to hear that. Okay? Because ask Edmonton how first-round picks have gone for them, okay? Edmonton Oilers have had more first overall picks in the last decade and a half or whatever, combined with second and third overall picks. It's incredible how many top picks they had. And McDavid is like the first one that might actually carry this team anywhere. And even still, it is going horribly wrong for Edmonton, considering where they should be by now. They got the best player in the league, right? Connor McDavid, by far, best player in the league. They should be dominating, and they're not. Because they built nothing around him. So you can pray for Shane Wright all you want, but I'm just warning you not to be cynical or nothing. That doesn't pan out the way it did for Toronto all the time, okay? And even Toronto, we have our own woes. Look at this. Like, people even argue that Matthews is the same problem. So you're right. You know, if I'm going to say McDavid isn't that big a deal, Matthews isn't that big a deal, to be honest, right now. If you're talking about making an impact on the league as a dominant force as a team, these are great individual players, but both teams are struggling in the same kind of way. So, you know, I wish you well in that draft. I hope you get what you want, but just let me warn you, man, it doesn't always work out. So that's kind of the positives for the Leafs. That really, it's not that bad. Hey, Jaden! Oh my goodness! Hey, if I haven't seen your name on here for a long time. You came out to Twitch once before, so I apologize. But the people don't know, man, that you and I talk on Instagram all the time, right? You and I talk on Instagram all the time. You're a longtime Habs fan. I'm a longtime Leafs fan. And we have fun, man. We chirp each other, but we also give each other tips of the hat. Man, you get it. And I'm glad you subscribed. Thank you so much. Because straight up, man, you get it. That's what it's all about. And to be honest, even you in the chat, folks, whether you agree with me or disagree with me, you get what it's all about. It's about coming and interacting and, you know what I mean? Making this thing huge, and it gets bigger every time, especially after a Leafs loss to Toronto. Leafs lost to the Habs. What am I saying? You hope I'm trolling. I don't know what you hope I'm trolling for, but I ain't trolling nothing tonight. I'm telling you the straight facts. Okay, so now let's break down this game real quick. All right, because I don't really have much to say other than the fact that the Leafs got 51 shots to 18. 51 shots to 18. And they can't win a game. You know what I mean? Like, that shows you a little something there about offense in this league. Hey, Jaden. Oh, you're throwing out subs, too. Hey, thanks a lot, man. But that shows you where offense is in this league. Offense don't mean nothing if you can't protect yourself. And the Leafs, you could say, arguably protected themselves very well. They kept the Habs down to 3 shots in the first period. And then in the third period, it was like 4 shots or something else as well. Like, it was ridiculous. The Habs really only had shots in the second, you know? So arguably, the Leafs played great defense, but I've said it before. If your 90% is awesome, but your 10% where you struggle is so bad you would struggle in the OHL, then it don't matter about the 90%. Because the Habs had 1 good goal tonight. Well, empty net goal too. But 1 good goal is all they had. That power play goal from Caulfield, was it, I think? That's it. That's all they had. Everything else was really sloppy Leafs defense, okay? And I'll show you the difference too. I'm going to say defense in both cases, even though one started in the offensive zone. Check this out, all right? So the first goal against for the Leafs, right? The Habs are breaking down the side and they dish it out in front, right? Now, the defense trailing behind is doing the right thing. The defenseman going in the corner to cut off the pass is doing the right thing. Like, everybody did the right thing except for one guy, and it cost them the goal. Nylander. That was a defenseman from Montreal that scored that first goal. Thank you so much, Shaden, for just lighting that on fire with the subs. Thank you, man. We go back, man. Thank you so much for always supporting this. Nylander is the guy that's supposed to be covering that defenseman. How do you let a defenseman streak to the front of your net faster than you can? You know what I mean? That is bad defense. And Nylander knew it. He knew it. He knew he screwed up. So I'm not even like chewing him out or anything like that. I guarantee you he knows. He knows, man. But that's the flaw. It's not a goalie's problem. That's a straight cross crease goal on a 2-on-1 where everybody did their right job. It's only a 2-on-1 because Nylander can't hustle his butt back in time to get that guy. He's puck watching, man. He's puck watching. So that's the struggle. And then the third goal, I guess it was, right? That one started in the offensive zone. You got Matthews pinned against the boards. And what the heck is Riley doing? Okay, because he's supposed to be protecting that blue line. He sees that Matthews has the puck, pinned against the boards, double coverage, and he pinched. Why? Because he thinks Matthews is so good that he's going to chip it through 2 guys pinning him against the boards, you know what I mean, into the zone again so that Riley can pick it up and maybe they can try and score a goal. Here's why that's a stupid idea. One, right? It's a 2-2 game. There's no reason to take that kind of offensive risk. You don't need to put that much risk into something like that. Okay? So you don't need to do it because of the score. The other thing is, stop thinking that these guys are so elite that they can do the impossible. Just because they can do the impossible doesn't mean you should structure your game where you count on a guy to do the impossible every night. You know what I mean? Like, that's why the Leafs wear themselves out. Because out of all their good players, both offensive, defensive, goalies, all of them, they rely on them being at their best every single night. Elite players. They design a structure that only focuses on them being at their absolute best for it to work. If they're not at their best every night, you're going to lose against a team like Montreal. That's stupid. Structurally, Riley should have come back in behind Matthews regardless. He should have given up the blue line because he's double covered and he's about to lose the puck. Don't be stupid, right? You got to come back, protect a breakout. That's what you're most worried about in that case. They weren't, and it ended up being a 3-on-1. Right? They favored the offense in a tie game, and they gave up a 3-on-1. So I'm not even yelling at the players, man. They are taught to do this. This is the way hockey is coached today. All right? So maybe it's Keefe. Maybe it's a problem with the NHL as a whole. I can't tell. I'm not in it. I don't understand. But I'm telling you right now, this is a coaching problem. I'm beyond goalies. I'm beyond defense. It's a coaching problem. They are not being taught to play safe when they need to. Everything is all about offense, and that 51 shots proves that their only defense is getting repeated shots. Their only defense that they have as a team that's solid is putting so much pressure on their weaker opponents that the puck is in their zone all the time. But guess what? When you're not scoring goals, and that's going to happen sometimes, that system doesn't work anymore. Because you go forever without giving up a shot, and then when you do, it's an automatic goal. Goalies get cold down there, they're not facing shots at all, and then all of a sudden it's a 3-on-1. It's not a good structure. So tonight, I put it on the coaching strategy. Something's got to change there. Because I'm tired of these players making dumb decisions that I'm like, there's no way that like they are that stupid. These are great players. But this is what they want. I see the logic behind it. I understand why they're doing it. And they think because they have a reason for doing it that it's smart. It's not. I see your reason, and you're wanting more offense. Cool. But you gave up way too much defensively when you didn't need to. It was a risk you didn't need to take, and it cost them 2 points tonight. It cost them 2 points. So I hope they learn this lesson. I really think they can. Because it's just a mental thing. It's just whether they have to be trained to do it or they have to do it themselves. I don't know what the problem is, but as soon as they do that, it's game out. It's game over for everybody else. I know it. 30 of those 50 hit the logo on Allen's chest, says the chat there. You know what I mean? Crappy cannoli. That's what I'm saying, man. You know, like it wasn't an awesome 50 shots, right? It wasn't an awesome 50 shots, but that's all they focus on. That's all they focus on. And a team like Montreal knows they're going to get outshot by a team like Toronto. So they just play it tight till they get their opportunities. And then off she goes. You know what I mean? It's easy as that. And people get mad at me for continuously bringing this up. People get so mad at me for bringing up that these little adjustments that I'm asking to make will save them goals. But then look at tonight. These are the same people that are saying that Montreal, or that you have to beat a team like Montreal because it's so tight in the Atlantic. You need those 2 points. I agree. You do need those 2 points real bad. And if you played my way, you'd have it. So maybe stop yelling at me, okay? Acting like I don't know what I'm talking about, and instead pay attention. Because then maybe you'd understand the real struggles of what's going on out there and realizing it's a lot harder than we think at times, right? When there's something so overlooked that it's just screwing them over every single time. So until it changes, I'm going to keep bringing it up. And you guys can call me boring and you call me repetitive and you can say I don't know what I'm talking about, but you know what? I do. So I do. And don't get me wrong, even that third goal, that one that was disallowed, come on, we got lucky on that one. Yeah, it was blatantly offside. No, that part's right. But the play that actually unfolded after that should never have happened anyways. Wide open opportunity in front of the net, again, uncovered. But tell me again, it's the goalies, right? Tell me again. Show me the goalies' numbers now. Show me Shalgren's numbers, how he's dropping off. Oh, it's incredible how, look at his numbers. Maybe he's not as good as we thought. No, he did great tonight. You know? And I know that there are people that are going to hop onto this kid now and agree with me, but they're doing it for the wrong reasons, some of them. Maybe not you, Crappy Cannoli, you know what I mean? Because you're right, he did keep him in the game. I don't know how he had to keep him in the game when you're getting 50 shots, but it's true, he did. Because they would give up ridiculously high danger opportunities, and a lot of times Shalgren kept them in it. So just remember, right? Jack did the same thing too. And then after that, Mrazek did the same thing too. And there's only so much you can ask for a guy to do before it starts going in the net. And then you'll tell me his numbers suck. Well, you know what I mean? I've got eyes and I've got video proof. It'd be different, guys. It'd be different if I just saw these games one time and then like completely forgot it. I can go back and watch the highlights every single time. I clip them. I show you guys the video proof of what's happening out there. I don't need a computer full of stats. It's right there. You know what I mean? Your stats are basically trying to tell me exactly what I see. So either you're getting it right on some things or you're not. All right? But if your numbers don't match what we're all seeing, we can go back and watch. Long are the days that, like, you know what I mean? All the stats guys got to live in a vault with all their little computers and their NHL footage and stuff. Yeah, we don't get all shots on camera, but we get enough. We see the extended highlight reels. They're not a minute long anymore. You can watch 9-minute, 12-minute versions of this stuff on YouTube, officially released from the NHL or your favorite station. You know what I mean? It's Sportsnet or TSN. It's all there, man. It's all there. So guess what? I no longer have to write things down the way you do. I can just go back and show you. There again. Am I done? I think I'm done. I think I'm done ranting about that. Thanks for all the participation here tonight. Especially thanks to our friend Jaden here for dishing out tons of subs for everybody. You know what I mean? Looking like Firehouse subs out there. You know what I mean? Looking like Subway coming through. Mr. Sub going for the long bombs. Just you get a sub. You get a sub. You get a sub. Holy jeez. Make sure you guys give him some extra love in that chat there. And now I want to get into what you guys say, okay? So make sure if you're following, make sure to follow along. If you're not, that's free. Or you can go over to my YouTube channel and you can subscribe there. That's free as well, and that really helps me. So keeps this thing going, keeps us talking to Habs fans, Bruins fans, Islanders fans. We don't care. Everybody's welcome, right? So good game to you, Montreal, and I don't know. All right, let's go. What did I miss, guys? What did I miss in the game?